Sunday night with the Dirt Outlaws series. Once again, race number 2 at USA International Speedway, the Pro Late Models. Got a couple heat races coming at you. We got a few minutes left here in practice, so get ready because we're getting dirty tonight. Welcome everybody to Sim Race TV. I'm Jay Weezy, and we're back tonight, Sunday night, for the Dirt Outlaws series here, sponsored by Sim Addicts at USA International Speedway with the Pro Late Models. Race number 2 of 10. What's up everybody out there watching? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And up here in the booth with me tonight, I got a couple guests with me, Dustin German and Davis Richards. What's going on, guys?
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I'm ready to see some of this racing now. It's a tricky track here. It's not as bad as Williams Grove is, but it's very similar to Williams Grove. But it's definitely a tricky track.
Yeah, I've ran here a few times.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah,
Right.
it definitely is a tricky track out there. We're going to have a lot of drivers getting and banging in there. Going to be seeing some 3-4 wide action. We've seen a lot of crazy racing last week, so I'd expect to see the same this week here at USA.
Well, there's a couple guys out there that you're going to have to keep an eye on, and congratulations, first of all, to Keith Hackney, man. He had a baby. He missed last week, but so welcome back, Keith, and congratulations on the baby. And you know, you're going to have to keep an eye on him. Right now, he's going to be running the 10 car tonight. He's usually in the 69, But we got a lot of fast drivers out there, and I'm not going to name all the drivers, but I'll name a couple here. We got Jeremy Freeman, Dylan Petty, Blake Mosley. A lot of people would argue about that. Hey, what's up, Chicken? Appreciate you for watching. Keith Hackney, Logan Rourke, Bailey Cardwell, Troy Stuckwish, Kens McLaughlin. All those guys are mighty fast, and they're going to have their hands full here at USA.
Yeah, they definitely are. But like you said, number 10, Keith Hackney, sitting on top of practice with a 21.673, followed by the number 13 of Charles with 21.698. But overall, these times, especially in that top 10, these times are pretty close and competitive. So I think it's going to translate to a lot of great racing out there.
Hey, for all you Keith Hackney fans, he's retired the 69, I believe, and we'll keep an eye on him. He's going to be in the number 10 car, and everybody else is still running the same number out there. They got about 4 minutes here left in practice, and then we're going to move on to some qualifying. They're going to do group qualifying, 3 cars. Each car gets 2 laps to put down the fastest lap possible. They're going to switch over to heat races. They're going to do 8 laps, I believe. It's 8 laps.
10 laps. 10 laps.
All right, we got 10 laps here coming up, and the top 5 from each heat race is going to advance to the feature race here. So it's going to be a 30-lap race, and if you can't tell by listening, I'm a little under the weather, but I'm still here, and I'm feeling all right. Was feeling a lot worse there the other day, but I'm feeling a lot better now that I'm watching these guys go roundy round out here on this dirt, man. Ain't nothing like getting dirty.
Yeah, for sure. And these cars are going to be throwing up a lot of dirt, too. I'm really excited to see what these boys have in store. And talking about Keith Hackney, recently had a baby, so I guess he had to change his number, matured up a little bit from that 69 and change it to that number 10.
Yeah, a little bit more family friendly there, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, while we got a minute here left in practice, let's see if we can get a word in with old Keith Hackney. See if I can get him on the radio here. Keith Hackney, is Jay Weezy in the SRTV booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Hey, it's good to have you back, man. You got your new number out there, number 10, and congratulations on the newborn.
Thank you, man. Me and Blake, yeah, we had a little discussion about the number, so I don't know, something happened, but I'll be back at the 69 next week. But I do got a new scheme for this week, so just trying to get that win tonight.
Yeah, well, you're usually pretty fast out there. What's the track feel like?
It's fast, you know, but it is slicking off like in a hurry. So I guess we're gonna see.
Yeah, where's most of y'all gonna be running at? The top or the bottom?
Well, I mean, depending on your set. I mean, I'm good on the bottom, but I was practicing right there about mid to high, and it seems to be working out pretty good too. So I mean, I guess it's just, you know, driver's choice on that one.
Hey, well, you're the fastest one on the top of the leaderboard right now. You threw down a 21.674. You got the 13 car of Charles Silvas right behind you with a 699. So the competition's looking fierce. Good luck out there tonight. Hopefully we'll see you in victory lane.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
That was Keith Hackney. And like I said, congratulations to him. And he said the groove is more or less so on the bottom, just depending on your setup. And you can see the groove starting to wear in there. It's really dark, and it's actually already pretty slick, he said.
Yeah, you can really start to see that track really start to slicken off on that bottom. So I think you're going to see more and more drivers start to mitigate towards that cushion on that high side. And they're really going to be able to utilize it in the heats, especially once we get to those C and B mains. I think that's when we're going to be seeing a lot of drivers up close against that wall and on the edge of their seats.
Yeah, man, the times, if you look at the times right now, they fell off to over half a second from when they first went out and made their fastest lap. So, yeah, she's slicking it up now.
Yeah, and it's gonna continue to fall off the slicker the track gets. You know, like I said about this track, it's a pretty tricky little track here. Might see a few cautions, and we might not. And either way, I guarantee you we're gonna have some pretty close door-to-door front to back fender banging, door slamming action going on here for the Dirt Outlaw Series.
That's what I like to see out of that. Have some beating and banging going on between the drivers, but at about 5 seconds left of practice, and then they're going to go ahead and do their qualifying, and then that'll set up which heat they're going to be in, and they're going to invert 4 as well for the heats.
Yeah, these are going to be a lot of fun, man, watching these guys in these heat races.
Right now, practice is ended and qualifying is starting up.
And that's going to do it. Yep, practice is over. It's time to qualify. So they're going to head out on the track. It's going to be 3 cars, 2 laps each. Let's see who can take the top of the board here. Dylan Petty, he's usually pretty quick. Right now we got, looks like Keith Hackney's headed out on the track. As well as, oh, they're going, okay, I see. This is not group qualifying. This is single car qualifying, so everybody's qualifying at the same time right now. I apologize if you're watching, and hey, if you are watching, I do appreciate that. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And if you're interested in the Dirt Outlaw Series, check them out, man. They're on Facebook. I apologize. Yeah, they're on Facebook, and if you're watching on the YouTube side, I got all the links in the description below, and I'm kind of looking at the chat out there a little bit. What's up, Troy? Good look out there tonight. So looking at these times right now, we got a couple times down. It's a big difference from what they were throwing down in practice. Keith Hackney, he threw down a 0.45. Bailey Cardwell just took over that top spot with a 0.42. That's about 4/10 slower than practice time.
Yeah, it was, and you can just tell how much that track is slickened up from practice. So the fastest time right now being that 22 flat, and Bailey Cardwell just ran a 21.991. I think that lap right there is going to stick, and I think that one's going to give him the pole.
Yeah, 21. He's the only car that hit a 21.99, and hey, he's in the 21s. He barely made it into the 21s, but I'm pretty sure you're right on that. It's probably going to hold out, considering Keith Hackney is in second. Bailey Cardwell, he's always fast, so they're going to have to keep an eye on him. Looks like we got Kyle Beck out there right now. He's finishing up his qualifying run. He ran a 22.316 on his last lap. His fastest lap was a 22.220. We got just a couple other guys still out there. Logan Rourke, Charles Silvas finishing up his qualifying time. So qualifying goes pretty quick here, considering we're not doing group qualifying. They switched over to the yeah, they're switching over to, they're using the iRacing Heat format, which is awesome for you know, people that are doing the broadcast. It makes it a little easier for us. We get to make use of some of our equipment. Kyle Beck's just out there running laps right now.
Getting them in some more seat time for this heat race coming up here, and I don't blame him either. Just figuring out which line's the fastest, which one he can and cannot do. Trying to perfect that slide jobs going into the corner. So smart move on his part. And Jerry, maybe you could tell me, is this open or fixed setup racing tonight?
It's open setup.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's cool.
Yeah, and you know, with it being an open setup, these times are awful close together. I mean, so these guys are very talented, and yeah, Troy, you're in 5th. That's not bad. Yeah, these guys, they I don't know where they get their setups, but they get some nice setups in there.
Yeah, you'd almost swear it was a fixed race with how close the times are, man. They're right on top of each other here.
Yeah, we're in a 3/4 mile track here at USA International, so you got some long straightaways and some pretty cool little slick corners.
Yeah, always liked USA as pavement, man, and dirt. It's just as good.
I
Maybe
think
even
they,
better.
yeah, I think iRacing did a phenomenal job throwing dirt on top of this track. It actually worked out pretty well with them, especially with the new update with the cushion. It should make it easier for these guys to keep it off of the wall and all that good stuff. You can definitely feel the cushion up there when you're out there running. I know I felt it.
Yeah, I know Keith was talking earlier when you interviewed him about running the bottom, but I think it's going to widen on out as the race goes on after these heats and everything. We might be able to see that cushion in action.
Yeah, well, we just finished up with qualifying, and usually as the race goes on, it'll the line will start to move up, and they'll start running higher and higher up on the track. But it just, because it gets so slick down on that bottom where that real dark line is. So we're getting gridded up for our first heat race of the night. Let's see who's involved in this bad boy. We got Kyle Beck's going to be starting on the pole, it looks like. He's got the 128 of Jonathan Cooper on his outside. Kyle Moyer in the number 11 car. The number 21 of Bailey Cardwell. Wow. It's got a lot of fast drivers here. We got the number 5 as Dylan Petty. Let's see who we got. Dylan Petty, and he's got the number 13 of Charles Silvis on his outside, I believe. And the 27 is Tim Christensen. Yep. See, I'm starting to remember these numbers the more I do these. It gets a little easier. The 51 of James Shirley out there. The 23 of Chris Kukta. And the number 69 of Blake Mosley. Look, that's why they got a little competition going on. Blake stole his number. He said he's getting it back, though, next week.
Yeah, I heard that. It's going to be a good race, man. They're about to turn him loose here. I see old Chris, we call him Cutter Man. He's back here in this heat race, so it should be interesting.
So we got a 10-lap heat race coming right at you here. The lights are going to go off on the pace car. They're going to make 2 laps around here before they go green. That's how they do it on these short tracks here. And, man, this is going to be a good one. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 cars, I believe. No, 10. We got 10 cars out there. Let's see how many cars we got showed up tonight. 23, I believe.
Yeah, 23 of these bad hot rodding machines right here. We see that pace car going into turn 3 and 4. Once you get on that exit, it's going to drop down, and they're going to set these bad boys loose for heat number 1 of the night.
Pace car's off. Great start by Kyle Beck. He gets out there in front. They're almost 3 wide there. The 21 of Bailey Cardwell was on the bottom. The 11 of Kyle Moyer takes advantage of that. He hops off into that second position. We got the 128, yeah.
Good battle for second right now, man. They're almost 3 wide. Good race.
They are 3 wide as they come off of turn 2 there. The number 11 down on the inside. Kyle Moyer, the 128 of Jonathan Cooper. Bailey Cardwell's in there in that number 21 machine. Oh, we got a car around. Kyle Moyer, Chris Kukta, and Tim Christensen is Kyle. I like Chris Kukta just.
Yeah, he just got collected there, it looks like.
Well, there's one thing I know, and there's no cautions in these heat races here, so we're going to continue with the action. Up front, Kyle Beck still leading them around. The number 21 of Bailey Cardwell running second. The number 5, Dylan Petty, followed by Jonathan Cooper in the 128. Your top 4. And James Shirley rounds out the top 5 here, which top 5 are going to advance.
Yeah, it looks like second place is closing that gap just a little bit, and the first place pulls it back out here on the back straightaway. Catching lap traffic here. Looks like it's going to be smooth for the first place guy.
Yeah, the number 11 stays out of the groove there. That's Kyle Moyer.
Yeah, he did, but that number 2 of Kyle Beck, he's leading that field right there as they're going to be taking lap 7 once they exit turn number 4. You're watching number 21 of Billy Cardwell. He's really starting to gain some momentum on that lower side. I really wasn't expecting that lower side to have such an impact on this race, and it already is. But those 2 leaders out front, you see the Kyle Beck and number 2 using a higher line than that number 21, so that's definitely going to have to be something we're going to have to keep an eye on. But there's a battle for third right now between Jonathan Cooper and Dylan Petty for that 3rd position.
Yeah, the number 5 of Dylan Petty, he held on to it for now, but he's got his hands full of that 128 of Jonathan Cooper. Jonathan Cooper's been fast all night so far. Still early on, but the battle is for that top 5 spot there. James Shirley is holding it down. He has no pressure from behind.
We got a race for the lead, boys.
Bailey Cardwell moves on around the number 2 of Kyle Beck, takes over that number 1 spot. Kyle Beck does all he can to keep it off of the 21 car. New leader.
New leader's right, and now that 21 of Bailey Cardwell starting to put a little bit of distance between him and the 2. He caught him up there pretty quick, and I've seen that 2 car of Kyle Beck was trying everything he can on that lower side, but it looked like he just gripped it a little too much, and it sent him squarely off the corner, and he's having trouble right now just trying to keep that thing under control. But 21 of Bailey Cardwell is done checked out for this heat race.
Yeah, as he comes off turn 4 to finish his first heat race, the winner of this one, Bailey Cardwell in the number 21. What a performance by him. Kyle Beck finishes in 2nd. Dylan Petty in 3rd. Jonathan Cooper in 4th. James Shirley, Blake Mosley, Tim Christensen, Chris Kupta, Kyle Moyer, and Charles Silvas rounds out the field here for our first heat race tonight. So what a show there by Bailey Cardwell.
Yeah, man, that was good. That's a good heat race, man. Fans are excited for the race, actually.
That was one heck of a pass there to be able to go around on the outside there.
Yeah, it looks like Kyle was getting a little loose there, and he took advantage of him there.
All right, they're gridding up for their 2nd heat race tonight. Like, we got the 124 of Troy Stuckwish starting on the outside in the 1st row. The number 25 is going to be your pole sitter. That's Jarrett Murphy. The number 9 of Blake Fulmer, followed by, let's see who's on this outside. I can't really get a good shot. The number 10. Yeah, Keith Hackney.
Yeah, let's see what he can do here. He was fastest in practice, so.
The number 17 of Logan Rourke, 3rd row inside. The number 013 car is Nathan Siddle. Let's see, the 4th row is going to be the number 50 car, Jason Limeweaver, with the 89 car on his outside. That's Thomas Coggins. The 67, I believe, is Kenneth McLaughlin. They're just cruising around right now. Let's see what we got. Kenneth McLaughlin. The number 8 of Noah Samples. And last but not least is the number 18 of Jeremy Freeman. This is going to be one to watch out for right here. This is going to be a 10-lap bar burner, as they say.
Yeah, these guys going to be fighting for that transfer spot for sure.
Yes, they will. They're still under pace laps right now, and that position to watch, like Dustin said, is going to be for that 5th and final transfer spot. Because after this heat, we're going to go ahead and go into the C or the B main before we head into that A main. So I think we're going to see a lot of what we've seen from heat number 1, a lot of close quarter action. Drivers at the rear, they're going to have to make sure they get through the field if they want a chance to get into that transfer spot.
Well, the pace car's in. Jarrett Murphy, great restart there. He's got Troy Stuckwish right behind him. The number 10 of Keith Hackney in that yellow car right there on the outside. We got a car around. Like Logan Rourke had a little bit of contact. He saves it.
Yeah, that was with that number 9, Blake Fulmer. He got hit from behind, and it sent him around right now. But as we go back to the lead right now with that 25 of Jarrett Murphy, he's checked out about a 2 or 3 car length lead behind him. But they're heavied up and packed up behind him for about that 6th position.
Yeah, Jason Lineweeder's got a crowd behind him. It's Nathan Zittel. Like the 17 of Logan Rourke there. Contact. Noah Samples involved. Kenneth McLaughlin in there. That's going to hurt.
Yeah, they're still wrecking off in the 3 there.
Got a couple
That's
cars.
Be these drivers just going too aggressive at the start of this race and trying to get those positions. You can't win the race if you're on the back of a tow hook, where we're about to have a battle for the lead with the 25 of Jarrett Murphy and the 10 of Keith Hackney. We've seen a lot of speed with Keith in practice and qualifying, and he's showing it now in that 2nd position and hot on the tails of that number 25 machine.
Yeah, he's going to be looking to win this race. Keith Hackney's all over the back end of Jarrett Murphy right now.
Yeah, he's 2/10 faster last lap, so he's working. He's just got to get by him.
See him going around, going about half a lane lower than that cushion. I'm still thinking we're going to see that cushion come into play more and more as the night goes on, as they head into turn 1 and 2. Hackney gets right on the bottom. He pulls to the inside of the 25. He's side by side. He's going to be able to pull it off in the back stretch. He's not. He's going to try to hit it again on that low side in 3 and 4. He's going to come up for the slide job, and he's going to complete it. He's going to make that pass coming across the turn 4.
What a pass by Keith Hackney to take over the lead from Jarrett Murphy. He slides right up in front of him to take over the lead. Jarrett Murphy still in this race here. He's running in 2nd right now, as well as Jason Lineweaver, Logan Rourke. Nathan Zittel rounds out the top 5 for the advance.
Yeah, looks like Keith, man. He's just in setting sail here. He's getting in his groove. He's going to probably pull away here. Very fast.
Yeah, he is, and that was just a textbook slide job pass he completed right there on the number 25 of Jarrett Murphy. He couldn't have thought of that one any better, but as those leaders check out, I'm looking at that 5th position of Nathan Zittel. I'm sorry for that one, but he's got them hard and charging right behind him. He's going to have the number 8 of Noah Samples is going to go below him on the low side.
Everybody's fighting for that spot that the number 8's in right now. That's the last advanced position there that number 8's in. So he's got a lot of pressure from Nathan Zittel and Troy Stuckwish. Everybody wants that 5th position.
They do, as they come across to complete lap number 8, and they're on lap number 9 right now. We've still got the Keith Hackney. He's got about a 0.7 of a second lead. So that battle right there is between Noah Samples and that number 8 machine at the 0-13 of Nathan Zittel. And Noah Samples has started to carve out a lead against him too for that 5th transfer spot as they're battling for 6th behind him.
Last lap around, Keith Hackney's looking good up front. He's going to be able to pull this one off if he don't make any mistakes. Jarrett Murphy having a little bit of a connection issue, but he's running great there in 2nd. Jason Lineweaver running 3rd. The number 50 machine. Noah Samples and Troy Stuckwish will round out your top 5 to transfer into the feature race here. And looks like Nathan Zittel, Jeremy Freeman, Thomas Coggins, Blake Fulmer, and Kenneth McLaughlin and Logan Rourke is going to be going to B main.
Yeah, another good race there, and good heat race. And yeah, Keith, man, he's bad fast. We'll see what he can do in the race, but that's my pick there.
Well, that's a good pick there. He's won a lot of races over here for the Dirt Outlaws series, but we're in a new season here now. This is race number 2 of 10. So we're doing just a little warm up here in between. So they're going to go out and run them a few practice laps.
Yeah, I think they're going to go straight to the A main after this. So there was enough drivers to not fulfill those B and C main. So all these drivers are going to be able to transfer to that A main. But I'm looking right here, and it shows the number 17 of Logan Rourke was disqualified.
Well, hopefully they can get that taken care of. Let's see if we can get a word in with our race admin, Blake Mosley, and see if he can comment on that. Blake Mosley, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's looking like Logan Rourke was disqualified. Is he going to be able to make it to the feature race here tonight?
He'll be starting tail of the field here tonight. Basically, we had a couple issues there in his heat we didn't really like, but could have been avoided, so we're just going to send him to the tail of the field for the main event, call it even.
Well, we had a couple great races there to start off tonight's event. And, hey, man, you got that number 69 car, but Keith said he's getting it back next week.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I did it last week for the live broadcast. I knew he'd be watching, and it just slipped my mind to change it, so it is what it is, man.
Hey, man, well, congratulations on such a great league, man. You got a lot of good group of guys over here, man, and good luck in the race tonight.
Yeah, man, we try to keep it as fair as possible. We actually got 2 of them that will be going to the tail. The other one didn't get marked because I was in the heat. Didn't really get a chance to look at it until afterwards. But you'll see it as soon as we pop up for the main here.
All right, well, good luck. We're gridding up.
Yes, sir.
The moment you've all been waiting for. What's up, chicken? Hey, man, I appreciate you for watching. But yeah, man, we're getting ready to grid them up here for our feature race. It's going to be 30 laps here at USA. So let's take a look at our starting grid here. Look like Jason Lineweaver is going to be starting them off from the pole here. He's got Dylan Petty on his outside, the number 25 machine of Jarrett Murphy. Second row inside, Kyle Beck on his outside, that number 2 machine. Keith Hackney in that number 10. Bailey Cardwell is going to be third row outside. There's 2 fast drivers right there starting side by side. We got the 128 machine. That's Jonathan Cooper. He's got Noah Samples on his outside, James Shirley and Troy Stuckwish in the 5th row. Looks like we're missing one there. We got the 013 car of Nathan Zittel, or Zeidel. Tim Christensen back there. Or the 27, yes, Tim Christensen, and let's see who else we got. See if we can get a better look. Tim Christensen, Troy Stuckwish, Chris Kukta. The 013 is Nathan Zittel. Jeremy Freeman, the number 11 car is Kyle Moyer. The 89, Thomas Coggins. The number 9 is Blake Fulmer. The 67 of Kenneth McLaughlin. And Jonathan Cooper's at the tail end of the field. So I'm looking for he's not going to be in the back, obviously. Logan Rourke. See the 17 machine?
Yeah, he is. He's in that 17 machine. I'm not seeing him either. There, Jay Weezy.
Well, I hate to see that for Logan Rourke.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him out here either. I'm not really sure what's going on, but.
Well, Logan, I hate to see that for you, Logan, man. I know you really wanted to run in there, and if there was something they could do to fix it, I wish they would have. But other than that, appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Dirt Outlaw Series, sponsored by Sim Addicts over here. Race number 2 of 10 at USA. And next week, we'll be at Lima Land. The green flag is out. Jason Lineweaver with a great start there. The number 5 of Dylan Petty is all over the back end. We got a car around.
And that all started right in front of the 10 of Keith Hackney.
Yeah, that could have collected a lot of cars there. It looked like the 25 actually did a 360.
Yeah, the 25's got heavy damage on the rear. Not really sure what happened there, but.
Well, let's go back and take a look.
Just came into that corner, and then he just went into that corner way too high on that bottom side, and when it did, it just spun around on him, and it collected 2 or 3 cars. He got the majority of that damage. I'm not sure the 10. I don't think he got too bad of damage. He definitely got some, but I don't think it's going to affect him too bad as we go further in this race.
Oh, it just cocked sideways, man. It collected Keith Hackney and Bailey Cardwell there, but I don't think I believe what you said, man. I don't think it did a whole lot of damage to those guys, and they'll be able to continue and be fast as they was.
I just want to put this out there. Kyle Beck in the number 2 car, he was the fastest car in the warm-up before the race. I don't know how many people went out, but he's a car to watch here.
Well, let's go back live here as they're doubling up. The lights are still on the pace car, so they're going to have to go around one more time before we get set to go green here. Got a nice looking field here. Let's take a look at some of the paint jobs while we're riding around under caution.
Yeah, it looks like 25 of Jarrett Murphy. He's pretty heavily damaged, and he went from, I think he was 3rd or 4th there, and it looks like he's now back in 16th place.
Yeah, it's a long way back there, 16, when you got a lot of fast drivers there in front of you. It's going to be hard to make up that many spots there. He was starting 3rd there. It looked like it just cocked sideways on him there when he entered the corner and caused it to stack up a little bit.
Well, the way the track state's been going, man, you know, it's slicking it off, so it might have just caught him off guard going down there for that first turn.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like they said, the track is really slick out there tonight here. And, you know, they go in down on the bottom, which is the slicker part of the track. So a lot of these cars are going to be a little bit above that groove there. You see that really dark spot down there. That's really slick. So they're going to keep all that. Try to keep that right rear tire there up off that groove here. Jason Lineweaver takes the green flag one more time. Kyle Beck and Dylan Petty right behind him. Noah Samples and Keith Hackney, followed by Bailey Cardwell and James Shirley. Got Kenneth McLaughlin and Chris Kukta in the mix there with Troy Stuckwish.
And right there earlier going into 1 and 2, we've seen the Kyle Beck of the number 2 car and Dylan Petty of the number 5. They made contact, and it pushed that number 5 Dylan Petty all the way out of the group. Now we've seen the number 2 of Kyle Beck spinning again. He's going to take 2-3 drivers out. He's going to that inside wall, but we're still under green flag racing.
What a driving job by those guys, but Kyle Beck just couldn't hang on to it after that last bit of contact there. But they did an excellent job there up until that point. Let's go back and take a look at Kyle Beck as he tried to hang on to that car.
It just looks like all that action is happening in front of the number 10 of Keith Hackney again, but you see the number 2 of Kyle Beck tries to ride that cushion. It just comes down a little too far and ends up collecting, I believe, what is that, the number 8 of Noah Samples. But those drivers were able to come out in the clear and not get any damage out of it, but it's mainly going to affect that number 2 machine.
Wow, what a replay there. You took a ride along with Kyle Beck right there. As you seen, he was back and forth. He was looking at the inside wall, then the outside wall, and then wham, he just went around.
Yeah, man, these guys ain't taking no mess from nobody. They're just going all out. I mean, it's a short race, so a couple cautions, man, this thing's going to be over with, and that's what they know, too.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of every spot you can get, and, you know, there's a little bit of bumping involved with this dirt racing, and that's just part of dirt racing there. But, I mean, what a job by those 3 guys as they come off the corner. It's just unfortunate for that last little bit of contact to send Kyle Beck around there. Now, Kyle Beck dropped back all the way to 19th.
Wow, same as the other guy we were talking about a while ago, man. He was running 3rd, and he was back to 16th that quick. So, kind of got to pick and choose your battles here tonight.
Dustin just stole the words out of my mouth. I was going to say the same thing right there, but definitely got to pick and choose your battles here tonight. You can't get up there racing hard. You still got 25 laps to go here tonight, but I think if we can get some green flag under our belts here, that number 10 of Keith Hackney is definitely one to watch. He started out in the 5th position. He's sitting in the 4th. It looks like every single accident's been happening right on the nose of him and right in front of him, so he's gotten pretty lucky to avoid those. So it's definitely going to be someone to watch and see if he can make up a few positions and battle that number 50 of Jason Lineweaver for that checkered flag tonight.
Yeah, it looks like the place to be is up front there. It's where most of the clean air is, and it helps keep you out of some of that, you know, riffraff, they would say.
Yeah, I like to call it the hornet's nest, especially when you get to the middle of that field. They can definitely be hard to get through, and the pace car's off and they're under green flag.
Great restart again by the leader there, Jason Lineweaver, man. He's really jumped out.
Yeah, Jason Lineweaver's been getting great restarts
He
there.
gets into the wall on entry of 3. It's going to hurt him there as Noah Samples comes down on the inside.
Watch out, because Bailey Cardwell's looking to make a move there in that number 21 car. He's got the 10 of Keith Hackney on his outside. They got Keith and Bailey all over him, looking to take over them 2 spots from him as Bailey Cardwell looks to the inside of Noah Samples to see if he can slide it on in there. Keeps it down on the bottom, which is very hard to do. It's really slick down there. As they come off the corner side by side, Keith Hackney on the outside. Jason Lineweaver still in the lead.
And that 21 of Bailey Cardwell is doing a heck of a job of keeping that car on that low side. He's going to want to try to get on the high side because it's just slowing him down, and he is. He's going to pull behind the number 10 and Keith Hackney. He's going to try to reset up his group, reset up his line, calm down a little bit in that cockpit, see if he can make something work. He's going to the outside of number 8 at Noah Samples, coming to turn 1 and 2. He's going to get the momentum with the 8 at Noah Samples. Pulls off a little block right there, and now the number 21 is going to have to deal with the 23 and Chris right behind him.
Oh, man, look at Keith Hackney, man. He's been working that high side, and there he goes under the leader here. He's going to try to take this lead. He's been killing on the high side here the last few laps.
Keith Hackney's picking them off one by one. 3 wide. Noah Samples in the middle, Bailey Cardwell on the bottom. Keith Hackney's just got 1 car in front of him, and he can have the lead here, but Jason Lineweaver's been running very well up front. James Shirley around. Looks like Jeremy Freeman makes contact with him. Caution's out.
Yeah, we got a caution, man, but that last run there, last lap, Keith was a little bit faster, not by much, but, man, he was making a run there. It's going to be a good race here when we get back going. And it looks like the high side is where it's at, man. Keith really made up a lot of time up there.
Oh. James Shirley on his lid. Gonna have to call the hooker there. Jeremy Freeman gets it turned around. He's got a little bit of damage on his car. Did you see what happened in that instant replay here? We'll go back live.
Yeah, never a good day when you got to call the hooker, boys.
James Shirley in the pits. Some would beg to differ, though, Dustin German.
Yeah, it just depends on, I guess, the day and the person.
Depending on who you are.
Well, hey, boys, one guy to watch, too, though. He's sitting in that 5th position. That's number 3 of Chris Kunta, man. He came out of nowhere. Right before that caution, he was battling the 21. They were beating him, banging there for a couple laps or so. Then that caution came out. But Chris Kunta in that number 23 machine started in that 15th position and has found his way in 5th place. So if he can make up a couple more spots, hey, he might be someone to talk about getting closer to that checkered flag.
Yeah.
Chris, yeah, we call him Cutter Man, man. He's sneaky. He don't make a lot of noise, but you know when he's coming up there.
Yeah, he'll move you.
Yeah, he's got a chrome horn. He ain't afraid to use it.
You know that's right. All right, looks like we're getting set to go green. The lights are off on the pace car. Let's take a look at our top 5. Jason Lineweaver, Keith Hackney, Noah Samples, Bailey Cardwell, and Chris Kunta rounds out that top 5 here. So we're just past halfway, 14 to go. It's gonna be 13 when they get the green flag this time by.
Yeah, man, it's just gonna be a good race here to the end. I think Keith's got something for the leader. I think it's gonna be a good race.
Another great start for the number 50 car there, but Keith Hackney's not far behind. Noah Samples hot on his tail. The 21 of Bailey Cardwell's moving in on Noah Samples. Had to check up there. Now Chris Kunta's looking to make a move on Bailey. He goes down to the bottom there. Little contact behind there. Stacks the field up. No caution here. Noah Samples and Bailey Cardwell still battling it out. Jason Lineweaver got his hands full of Keith Hackney.
Yeah, he does. He's right there at it, man. Jason's driving a damn good race here. I know Keith's fast. He just wants to keep him behind him, man, so he can kind of control the pace there. Oh, they're side by side now.
Gonna
Out of
get the
two.
momentum on that
Out of
corner.
four. Oh, and he barely slips back in behind him.
He's gonna have to make another game plan and try to catch him again, go into the corner. He lost a bit of momentum trying that move right there. We've got battles all over this track. There were 4 wide in the back of the pack, but the main one here tonight is between that number 50 and Jason Lineweaver and the 10 and Keith Hackney. Keith Hackney is all over his skin as you're coming into turn 1 and 2. Is he gonna try to make the move now? He's gonna look slow. Is he gonna be able to get beside him? He is gonna be able to get beside him. He's coming out of that
close.
exit.
Man, such good racing up front here, boys. This is what we live for.
They're 3 wide for that position as well. That's going to be Chris with the number 23, Blake Fulmer, and the number 9 and the 21 of Bailey Cardwell. But then still, we've got another battle for the lead. They're still side by side. It looks like the number 10 of Keith Hackney. He's using that bottom line. The fastest line around that track is that high side on the cushion. And Keith just can't get below him and make him stick to pull off the momentum coming out of the corner. But he's going to have to figure it out quick, so we're going to have 8 laps to go.
Yeah, it looks like Jason is just trying to take his line away and making, forcing Keith to take the bottom, and it's just not the fastest route.
He just can't seem to make it happen on the bottom.
Yeah, it just looks like the 50 just got that momentum off the top side, and he blocks the line, and it's just nowhere for Keith to go. Smart
now,
racing.
It's going to have to deal with the number 8, Noah Samples.
Yeah, these guys are getting impatient back here. They're trying to get by here, and I think Keith might be faster than the 50. He just cannot get by him. Actually, he is faster than him, so it's going to be interesting these last few laps. Big
Jay, what are you seeing out there right now?
I see they're getting, contact. Jason Lineweaver and Keith Hackney. Caution's out.
It might be the end of the race here.
No, it's going to be a shootout here because they have short cautions on the dirt side of things, and it's just unfortunate.
Man.
Let's go back and take a look at the replay.
Man, oh man, that was close racing.
It was, and it looked like the number 10 of Keith Hackney just came into him. I'm not sure if he just lost the momentum right there going into that corner, but he definitely turned him.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell by these replays and, by the live footage, but these cars are probably the hardest to handle on the straightaways. So, I mean, you wouldn't really think that, but, man, these cars are a handful when you're trying to go straight. In the turn, they're pretty much easy to drive. So, I mean, somebody might say, well, how do you hit somebody on a straightaway? I mean, it's pretty easy. I mean, these things are evil on the straightaways.
Yeah, they don't always like to go straight just because it's a straightaway. You got to drive the thing, and sometimes you'll get loose on the straightaway there, which is kind of what happened there. Although he did lift, still had enough contact to turn Jason Lineweaver there. It's unfortunate for him because he led every lap so far. It's going to give the lead over to Noah Samples. So Noah's sitting in a good spot right now. Keith Hackney loses a spot. He drops back to 3rd. Chris Cook is up to 4th. Blake Fulmer's rounds out the top 5 tonight.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for Jason. He has a lot of damage now, but I knew it, man. It was a good racing up front, but I think Keith was a little bit faster, and he just ran out of patience, man. You got to go.
It's going to have a 2-lap shootout here to the finish. We got 3 to go. The lights are off on the pace car, so they're going to have a 2-lap finish. Noah Samples is going to have to hold off Bailey Cardwell and Keith Hackney. Let's see if he can do it.
Watch out for that 21 of Bailey Cardwell. He was pulling slide jobs end over end and turn after turn in that machine right there. If he can get around the 8, he's going to check out. He's going to leave the field behind him, but he's got to get around him first, and he's got some fast drivers behind him. They're going to be contending for that spot.
Yeah, it's no, it's all out now, boys. It's all out on the table. Ain't nobody holding nothing back.
Noah Samples takes off there. Bailey Cardwell closes the gap there quickly. Keith Hackney right there on the high side. We might have a 3 wide off of turn 4 here for the finish? We're going to find out here in just a second. Blake Fulmer slides up underneath Chris Cookton, keeps it off of him. Noah Samples holds on to that lead one more time around. Bailey pulls the slide job.
He's going to pull it off. He's going to make it stick.
Oh, here comes Noah back to the inside here. Going into 3, I think he's going to have the preferred line.
Oh, contact. Opens the door for Keith Hackney.
Oh, and look who it is.
Keith Hackney in the catbird seat as he comes off turn 4.
Man, oh man, that was a good race.
Great finish.
Wow. He took advantage of them 2 guys racing up there, and he just went down, down low, and that's what it's all about, guys.
What a finish, and for Bailey to
man.
finish second.
It looks like the first and second place guy just kind of got tangled up racing with each other, and Keith just took advantage of it, man. Went inside and took the lead.
Couldn't have been in a better spot right there at the time, and it's all about being in the right place at the right time, and Keith Hackney was definitely that. So congratulations to Keith Hackney for the win tonight. Not without a little controversy, I'd say.
Keith kind of, he kind of got to the other guy, but, he showed patience there, and he pulled out the win. That was my pick, and, man, he done it.
Yeah, he did, and that all started with the 21 of Bailey Cardwell. He brought that slide job in into turn 1, almost hit the inside of the pit wall on entry there, and then it set up for that 3-wide battle going into turn 3. And like y'all were saying, the 21 of Bailey Cardwell and that a number 8 machine, they were just racing hard and making contact with each other, and Keith Hackney just took advantage and sent that machine into victory lane.
Keith Hackney with the win tonight. Bailey Cardwell finishes second. Blake Fulmer in third. Kyle Moyer, Jonathan Cooper, Jarrett Murphy, Tim Christensen, Thomas Coggins, Troy Stuckwish, Nathan Zittle rounds out the top 10. Kenneth McLaughlin, Blake Mosley, Jason Lineweaver, Chris Cook, to Jeremy Freeman, Noah Samples, Kyle Beck, Charles Silvers, James Shirley, Dylan Petty, Bradley Hyman, Cody Burke rounds out the field here at USA. Appreciate everybody for watching here. Let's see if we can get a word in with our top 3. Third place is going to be Blake Fulmer.
Yeah, it's got to be a special win for Keith. He's got a newborn, and he gets to have, his newborn in victory lane, boys.
I don't see Blake Fulmer. Yeah, I do. Blake Fulmer, it's Jay Weezy in the SRTV booth. You got a copy?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, it was a hard-fought battle, but you finished in third tonight. What'd you think about your race?
Yeah, I got a little lucky there at the end. Those guys kind of got into each other. But I come from the back, and I was up to 5th. I got to apologize to number 11. He come down on me one time, and I tried to get on the brakes. It happened so fast, and I got him loose, and that's what I got. That's how I passed him, so I feel bad about that. But I started in the back, so that was fun. That was a good race. I like this place.
Yeah, I mean, you gained 15 spots there. You started 18th. You finished third. You can't complain on that.
No, definitely not. Definitely not at all. Just say thank you, like Mosley. Holston, again, he does a great job here. Have a lot of fun with these guys.
Oh, absolutely, man. Well, congratulations. Anybody want to thank?
Nope, not tonight. Well, just my wife upstairs let me play this simulation game. I got yelled at last time for saying a game, so I'll say simulation this time.
There you go, man. Hey, man, I appreciate talking to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks to you, too, man. Thanks for hosting. Thanks for broadcasting, brother.
Hey, no problem.
All right, later.
That was Blake Fulmer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a word in with Bailey Cardwell if we can. Davin Cardwell, is this Bailey Cardwell?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, what a battle tonight.
Yeah, that's fun.
You finished second, man. What'd you think about your race?
That was good, clean race. Starting sixth, kind of put me in a bind, but it was really fun.
Hey, you pulled off that slider, man. You almost had it done, then he crossed you over there.
Yeah, I think if the 8 wasn't there, I think I could have kept the high side and he wouldn't have nowhere to go. But
Well, all in all, it was a great race to watch and call. And, hey, man, you finished second. You didn't quite have enough to pull off the win tonight, but you definitely put on a great show. Anybody want to thank?
I just gotta thank Team Elite, and it was really good. And I'll come back and try to win.
Hey, man, congratulations. Team
Thank you,
Elite.
man.
Team Elite. Bailey Cardwell right there. Davin Cardwell, I believe, is who's driving that machine. See if we can find Keith Hackney. Well, well. Where you at, Mr. Hackney? Keith Hackney, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, you was in the right place at the right time. You fought all day up there, all 30 laps. You was putting the pressure on them. A little bit of luck involved. Had a little bit of contact there with Jason Lineweaver.
Yeah, you know, we was racing hard, and I mean, I was pulling him every turn, and it seemed like, you know, if I went low, he went low. If I went high, he went high. You know, I'm not gonna say anything, you know, but I mean, he was bouncing around in front of me, and you know, we got together. I mean, I was not trying to break intention whatsoever, and you know, we just got together. I mean, if they would have given me an EOL, I would have been okay with that too. It was just one of them things. And then right there at the end of the race, you know, when Noah and Bailey got together, I mean, I already had a run anyways. I was going to dive to the bottom, and you know, it just happened to play in my favor.
Oh, yeah, you was definitely in the right place at the right time to pull off the win tonight. So congratulations. Anybody want to thank?
Well, I want to thank God for giving me a beautiful baby girl, you know, and thank my old lady for letting me do this, and Blake for this good lead we got going on here.
Hey, congratulations on the new baby, man, and I couldn't be more happy for you. And another thing, congratulations on the win, man. You deserve it.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Well, any final thoughts?
Well, Jay Wizzy, man, we've seen a lot of awesome racing out there. These drivers, they were banging and banging the whole entire race. We've seen a really long green flag run, and it's really seen these drivers with the most speed be able to come up through the front and show their skills and show what they can do with these machines. And it was really exciting. It's exciting watching these drivers go around here at USA International Speedway, and I appreciate you letting me in the booth tonight as well.
Hey, I totally agree, and I appreciate you for coming up here with me. So for Dustin German and Davis Richards, I'm Jay Weezy. And until next time, keep getting dirty.